Yo, what's up, gamer army? Welcome back, Dragon Man. In 2 weeks again. I know I wanted to be on, but life happens. Talk about that more in a bit. Got a couple things I can talk about. Also, my sister's coming a bit earlier than I expected, so, like, we're definitely skipping again next week. But we're here now. And I believe we are in the final part of, the deep roads now. No, that's not a path. That's a river. So, you know, just be ready to get her assholes gaped. That's usually how this part goes. Not easy. None of this has been easy. I really should have considered that the Darkspawn were difficult before I chose to come here early. Oh well. I gotta fight like a couple bosses.
Anywhere. This has to be it.
So, tell me, how did you become a Grey Warden?
I'm sorry, Lynn, I didn't mean to click you. I was saved from prison.
Ah, I see. Do you mind if I ask what you did?
Yes. I'm epic, and I freed the slaves.
I'm speechless. It never ceases to amaze me whenever I hear of such despicable acts. Yeah, it's icing on my wedding cake, bruh. Regardless of what happened in your past, I am glad you found a place with the Wardens, as I'm sure you are too.
And people respect me, and that's great.
Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to. That it will be all right. You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps it was meant to be.
You know about the joining? Oh well. There's a dwarf. That's probably Bronca, isn't it? Whoa, that wall came out of nowhere.
Let me be blunt with you. After all this time, my tolerance for social graces is fairly limited. That doesn't bother you, I hope.
Well, shave my back and call me an elf. Bronca, by the stone! I barely recognized you.
Ogren. It figures you'd eventually find your way here. Hopefully you can find your way back more easily. And how shall I address you? Hired sword of the latest lordling to come looking for me? Or just the only one who didn't mind Ogren's ale breath?
Be respectful, woman.
Sounds like an old woman.
You're talking to a Grey Warden.
Ah,
Maybe
so an
Flemeth.
important errand boy, then. I suppose something serious has happened. Is Enrin dead? That seems most likely. He was on the old and wheezy side.
We need a new king.
A king won't defeat a blight. We've had 40 generations of kings, and lost everything. I don't care if the Assembly puts a drunken monkey on the throne. Because our protector, our great invention, the thing that once made our armies the envy of the world, is lost to the very Darkspawn it should be fighting. The Anvil of the Void. The means by which the ancients forged their army of golems and held off the first archdemon ever to rise. It's here, so close I can taste it.
What'd y'all do if the archdemon possessed a golem, though? He'd be fucked. Oh, sounds like you use help.
And you assume, after all my efforts, you'll be able to waltz in and seize the anvil without a hitch? How typically arrogant. The anvil lies on the other side of a gauntlet of traps designed by Caridin himself. My people and I have given body and soul to unlocking its secrets. This is what's important. This has lasting meaning. If I succeed, the Dwarven people benefit. Kings, politics, all that is transitory. I've given up everything and would sacrifice anything to get the Anvil of the Void.
Anybody notice that the little studs on her arm plates are just floating above it ever so slightly? You're obsessed.
I will not give up. His legacy lies just inside, the sum of all his knowledge, and I will have it. There's only one way out, Warden. Forward. Through Caridin's maze, and out to where the anvil waits.
What has this place done to you? I remember marrying a girl you could talk to for 1 minute and see her brilliance.
I am your paragon.
I am the bat. So I don't know if we do like the hard thing first, or if we have to fight some guys first, but none of this is gonna be easy. And she can take another injury. Big yawns, boys. I wanted to be on yesterday, but that's what happened. Big yawns.
People detest Caridin's traps. There's no way to break through it without trial and error. I sent them in. They were all mine, pledged to be my house, and they didn't want to help. Even my Hespeth. But even she couldn't understand that when you reach for greatness, there are sacrifices, as many sacrifices as are needed.
I think yesterday was actually like 15th anniversary of this game. So, I guess it's a good thing I wasn't on.
This should be easy enough.
So, like, a lot of people were playing it just for the sake of the anniversary, and, like, the developers were also playing, so, like, that's cool. But they probably get better commentary than me. Wynn's dead. Shit. Doggo, you got a howl? Oh, you ain't got no howl.
Armed and dangerous, ready for action.
Oh, Ogren, you have to spin? Yeah, spin, bro. Alistair, you need to heal. Oh my god. This guy, he's fucked up. Yeah, we got annihilated there. I feel like I would have quick saved before I started the combat. Oh well. Right, so life happening,
Right.
I needed people to test
see,
Caridin.
like last Friday
A way to bring through such a
is when I planned to stream when I got home.
They were all
I got in a car accident.
and they didn't want
Not my
help.
fault.
They
I got crashed
tried.
into,
Believe me, even
and my car got
my
like
best
sandwiched, so it's pretty destroyed.
wouldn't understand that when you
I'm completely fine. I was sore for a couple days, but it's whatever.
as many sacrifices as are
Still waiting on getting like any information about that, like whether we're gonna repair it or if I'm getting my money. So like it's annoying. It's annoying that I don't have a car available. Nor do I know if I should go and buy a new one yet. Like, come on. It's been over a week now.
Armed and dangerous, ready for action.
What?
On it.
What else is there? There's really not much to say about all that. It just happened, and it's over with. Just a waiting game, and that's rather frustrating, but what are you gonna do? Anyways, that's why I, like, took that whole week off. I had, like, calls to make. I need to be ready to take them. And I was sore AF for a while, but, you know. What's new? Who wants to get barriered? Alistair, you go. Hit him. Right, shred him up. Margaret, you're gonna need some heals, aren't you, bro? Oh, no, he's dying. Oh, never mind, he lived. Give him the heroic aura. Keeps doing nothing because I had movement turned off. I wanted him to stay in the ring while it was active, but it's gone now, so it's just hurting me. Wow, that alpha is just all kinds of fucked up. Damn, I thought that would get him.
Can't die like this. Not sure how much longer I can hold. She's right.
shouldn't have gone. Pledged to me.
Okay, well, that worked well enough, I suppose.
To find the
Where do I
Anvil.
get myself in these scrapes?
There was no other choice. Most of them were dying of the taint already.
Yes?
But some
Alistair here.
Kids.
I knew what they would become. Endless supply of fresh, dark spawn to test the trap.
Cracked skull, you can live
Still
with it.
serve me. Let me find the Anvil. It was the only way.
What was that, Bronca? You, talking crazy?
As you wish. Let's get started.
Oh, we're fucking dead again. I don't think I quick saved, did I? Should've. And heal. Alistair's probably gonna die. Oh, he can't heal. I just, do that. I'll burn his mana. Damn. I didn't really
I needed people to test Caridin's traps. There's no way to break through it. All in there.
Right.
darn it.
They were all mine. Pledged to be my house, and they didn't want to help. They tried to leave me, even my
As you wish.
tested. You couldn't understand. Reach for greatness. There are sacrifices, as many sacrifices as are needed.
Oh, it's just him? Sweet. Fuck him up. Oh, holy shit, there's a lot of guys. Like, a lot. Dan's gonna die. One's gonna die too, but it can't be helped. Maybe she should. I think. Oh. No, she doesn't have mana for it. Whatever. Do something useful, damn it. Ben Ogren's. Alistair. Yeah, it's a game over. Ooh, who is at dinner? Some delicious beef stew, homemade.
Let's get started.
Haven't had it in years.
Be my house, and they didn't want to help. They tried to leave me, even
Nice
my
can of soup's like 4 people food, I guess. Stopped eating it at some point.
There are sacrifices, as many sacrifices as are needed.
Right, immediately.
It goes for just like a big bin of turkey and gravy. A cheap meal, but
They'll never know what hit 'em.
I don't know, it's probably not good for you. Sure is delicious though. I wonder if expensive food actually tastes better, or if it's just like a pretentious thing. Because, like, burgers are good. I don't think I need to pay $50 for my dinner at any point. Dog is all kinds of messed up. I shouldn't really give him an injury kit. Or the Mabari crunches. Those don't have any other use, right?
Let's make this quick, shall we?
Okay, if we like hide, they won't be able to shoot us. That's like physics or something, man. Oh no! Ogren, go get him.
Weapons at the ready.
I'll handle this tool. Don't run.
Down with you!
Come here, you son of a bitch. Come here. How many dark guys are over there? I almost said a racial slur, but like it's not used anymore. Or whatever. Dead 2 got away with it.
Where to?
Swore she'd do whatever it took to find the Anvil. There was no other choice. Most of them were dying of the taint already. Some of the women were... I knew what they would become.
I'm dead 2.
There would be...
I was enjoying it, I just never finished it.
Fresh dark spawn to test the traps.
I think it was actually the pandemic that made me stop. No other reason. Like, my brother was just home all the time, and Steam family sharing doesn't work with that game, because Rockstar wants you to buy their game, I guess.
This should be easy enough.
So I have to play on his computer in the other room, and, like, you know, he uses it.
On it.
So, you know, us being home the whole time just kind of stopped me from using it. From playing, I mean. Okay, where's that mage? Emissary. Alistair needs to annihilate him.
Yeah.
Victory shall be mine!
Trying to heal that man, how dare.
Right then.
Armed and dangerous, ready for action!
Anyways, there's just so much to do in that game. And, like, I told myself, I'm not gonna do all this. I'm not gonna do all this. But, like, I still got freaking stupid sidetracks.
I sent them in.
A lot of it.
All mine. Pledged to be my house, and they didn't.
Like, all the stupid challenges to help you unlock unique guns and costumes, I want to do those. And, like, the hunting I enjoy
Even she couldn't
for
understand.
whatever reason.
Reach for greatness.
And it's more or less the same thing every time until you play one of the big guys. But
This should be easy enough.
and you know, I'm just doing like stupid ass outlaw shit, which is a part of the first game that I missed out on. Because I felt like John Marston was a good man, so I roleplayed the hero, the redeemed outlaw.
Is it just me or do you...
And like, that morality system's still there. But Like, you are actively in an outlaw gang, so I'm like, I don't feel bad about being a piece of shit this time. So, you know, I just get distracted with general Western shenanigans, too. Robbing people. Friggin' torturing my victims in horrendous ways, like dragging them into the woods to feed them for wolves.
Here we go!
Sometimes I'll even, like, fire the gun to make sure animals come.
Let's get started.
Alright, well, that was like the smoothest first wave we've ever done.
Do whatever it
So I'm gonna do a quick save now, and
Most of them were
now we're not idiots anymore.
already.
Is that Dragonbone chainmail?
Were transforming.
I feel like we're all wearing unique sets now, so it's kind of
There would be an
useless,
endless
but
supply,
it's
fresh
still good
rock,
quality
started.
stuff.
traps. They could still let me find the anvil. It was the only way.
Spawner here.
Armed and dangerous, ready for action!
Where is Alistair?
What?
Alright, one died. You see how, like, none of this is good? I think I should maybe, like, back out into this cave over here.
They would become. There would be an
Not only
endless
just to
supply,
split up the
fresh
group, but, like, to limit how many of them can be fighting us
They
at
could
once,
still
and
serve
to
me.
like,
Let me
ensure that
find
nobody
the
is
anvil.
fighting when.
It was the only way.
Be quick.
They're looking for us. They ain't got us. There's you.
Immediately.
Crush, punk bitch.
Yes.
Alright, I guess we should probably move out. Alistair, drop the bomb! Drop the base! Oh, I cast it on the wrong guy. And Wynn still died. Like, I didn't do anything useful. And he's healing himself. We should back in a little more, family. I know the staff has way longer range than the magic missile. You
Enough.
shoot him. Pokes.
We must have victory.
Ah, dip. Dip. Ah, dippity. Alright, move out, boys. Wow, that was so quick. When has no health?
Is it just me, or do you actually think you have a chance?
They should maybe address. It is an issue I will address later. I want to make her an arcane warrior. Contrary to what the name would imply, you don't actually have to use weapons to be an arcane warrior. It just kind of like boosts all of your attacks based on your magic instead. Which is good even if you're just using a staff. It also gives you like a shield that scales with your magic. So like that's sick. That's what that was? I thought it was a glyph of warding. I got most of them, and I just kind of fell apart at the end. Alright, well, there's just more stuff to talk about, so I should probably do that. I finally finished Luigi's Mansion 3. I know I talked about it when I was like halfway through. I kind of stopped playing it because there was just a level that I really didn't like, and I was like turned off for a bit. It was the Boiler Works, which is a water level. The boss there just really pissed me off. Fuck. I don't remember what about it because it was so long ago, but I just remember like hurting him was really difficult, and then like he would always go to the other side of the map when he was in his down state, so like there was a decent chance he wouldn't make it to him in time to actually do actual damage to him. Which is very annoying, and the level itself was like flooded only during the part where you're supposed to be there. So, like, you're supposed to go back through the whole damn level again to get all the collectibles because they weren't available before. It's really frustrating. Of course, you do need to go back and collect all the secret booze before you can finish the game, so I guess there's that. To like justify that a bit. But I was doing those as I went along, as annoying as it was. So it didn't like kill the momentum at the end of the game like it did for everyone else.
Maker's Mark! We must have victory.
Oh, I cast the wrong aura. Basically every floor after that room was kind of like, eh. Like, there was a desert level where everything was covered in sand, and like, there were secrets hidden in the sand, but like, a lot of the sand was just sand, so you wasted a lot of time sucking up all of it to make sure you didn't miss anything. It was rather frustrating. Once you got out of that main room, though, it was like a short dungeon, which had you like use sand to build piles, which is interesting, I guess. pirate level was short as well. I did a neat boss fight. Unlocked the super sucker, which is neat. It was a cool moment to use it like twice. Fucking cat shows up again at the end for like a couple floors. It really wasn't so bad since all the floors that we went to were like the shorter ones, but still it's an annoying fight. I completely forgot how you were even supposed to hurt it, and I just like sat there doing nothing for at least 15 minutes before I figured it out. I wish I had an AoE attack.
Immediately. As you say.
The final fight was pretty big difficulty spike from the rest of the game too, which I guess that could annoy some people. I mean, it's definitely like a more casual game. A friend who doesn't even really play video games saw me playing. He's like, "This looks like Lego Batman." I'm like, you know what? The gameplay loop is a lot like a Lego game. It didn't even occur to me before that that was the case, but yeah. Like, that's how casual it's become. Pack, Alistair. I'll back him. Did it. Yay.
No idea how they carried on, holding my hand and begging to die. They had pledged me their loyalty.
I don't know if there's a
right
third
to
wave or
fight
not.
me.
Save.
It is renowned for its wits as well as its brawn.
As you wish.
Uh,
About this place.
I don't know, the game was definitely better than the second one, which I still didn't even finish. I think I'm on like mansion 4 out of 5 in that. Yeah, I don't know, it's still like very casual thing. Pacing was all over the place. Oh, another weird thing, at the end of the game, like, Mario kinda talks. But, like, it's all just, like, Mario-isms. Like, let's go, Luigi, this way, help. So it just, like, strings together, like, really short sentences like that. But, like, he's trying to actually talk with it. It's really freaking weird sounding. Maybe the most I've ever heard Mario talk. No, I think he also did like a tutorial for how to use the DS at some point. I've never heard it myself, but Mario just should not talk. Now start getting his heals. Be better. It's my boy. Gotta keep him hydrated. Oh, and there's no New Game Plus in it for whatever reason. That was a feature of the first game, where like you just go through it with it being harder, but like your vacuum was stronger too. So like it really just like sped things up and maybe encouraged speedrunning a bit, like perfectionism. You couldn't get hit. Which was neat. Like it made it a bit less easy in a way.
This should be easy enough. Let's get started.
And, you know, honestly, a lot of levels are pretty ridiculous, and they felt like just that, levels. Whereas, you know, the first game, it was all just one big house, and all the rooms had unique themes, but they weren't, like, levels. It wasn't like you went to a floor and it had a fucking ocean in it. So, like, I guess that the world building is still not where it should be. Whatever, I've given my impressions on the game before in more detail. It might be heading for another. No, okay, more dark spot. So, like, if I'm standing in this glyph, does that make it a glyph of Warden?
Right.
Let's kind of talk about, fuck the United States Postal Service. Only time in my life I've ever paid for shipping, and it's, like, late as fuck. Like, a week late. I get that it's December, and, like, they're busy, but, like, it's well over the estimated delivery date, and, again, this is the only time I've ever paid for shipping. I was expecting, like, higher quality. Pretty salty. But, like, I don't use the other postal services, because, like, FedEx and stuff, they always leave my packages at the bottom of my driveway, which is a big hill. So, like, my packages are just open to be stolen. I get my driveway isn't, like, the best thing to drive up, but still, it's fucked up. You shouldn't be able to do that. Like, get out of the car and walk it up, please. I'll give you $1. this room poison? I don't like that. Maybe we can stay out of it.
Warden.
Yeah, we don't do poison, guys. Sorry.
As you wish. This should be easy enough.
I think maybe if you stand on the plate in the middle or something, it turns off. But like you'd have your mage stand there, but whatever. This works too. Like the door locked behind us, we're not cheating.
Let's get started. On your guard!
You know, if Caridin's so smart for building all these traps, then I bet he feels like a dumbass right now, huh?
You'll never know what hit him.
Right, man.
You're mine!
My people get their life in me, trying to make it through these traps. Well, they didn't give their brain, because they never had one. Aha!
On it.
Gas valve. Gas valve. Gas pedal.
On it.
Dog leveled up at all. Dog has leveled up. What a good dog. Well, this is an obvious trap. I mean, look, that guy has particle effects. Yeah, we're just gonna stay out of this one, too. Whoa! That was a scary sound.
This should be easy enough.
Leave Win alone. Oh, he knocked her the fuck out, bro.
What now?
Oh my god, she's like got 2 concussions. What? Why do they have the same image? Damn it, that was the one-on-one gone. There's gotta be more, right? Like I had particle effects. Oh, was that the one I activated before? Run! They're pounding my asshole quite literally. Now look at those rocks. Like beads. Golems are smart to kill when, as I mentioned before, they don't have a lot of health, they just have a lot of armor. So, like, getting rid of the telekinetic weapons should be their first priority. Still, it's frustrating because, like, Alistair has this threat in aura and, like, it's not really doing anything. Probably another wave of them, but I'm just gonna look anyway. Yep, here's the annoying one. I think this is gonna be a lot harder than the actual boss. It does like spirit damage to you or something periodically. So if you don't have a healer with you, it's quite frustrating. And like the safe zone gets smaller every time you smash one of these heads. Oh shit, these are spirits, I'm not even able to hurt them. I think I kept Alistair with us, so he gave us that attack bonus. Kidding.
Let's get started.
Alright, so basically we're gonna fight like a bunch of waves of these guys, which as you see are very hard to hit. Every time this guy's gonna start hurting us. Safe zone's gonna shrink and Win is dead. And yeah, just a suck-ass fight. At least we got Alistair with us. I think this lyrium heals you if you touch it. The only redeeming factor. Oh wait, I can touch the anvil. Why, you little... Dog, why are you attacking this thing? It doesn't even have a hitbox.
Time for a little cleanup.
Alistair, do not attack the thing. I swear to God. You might want to stay here, and it rotates every time you do that.
Can't die like this.
Or, no, yeah. Like, I want to be in one of the ones with the eyes that are sparkly. Mortar combat! Fuck. Nice. I think we want to stay here again. Lyrium over here. Go check that out.
Need help?
that didn't do anything. Ogren. I feel like we go through like 2 waves of this whole thing, so like I'm not almost done with this. I'm probably lost, but I'm just gonna try and get through this, see if I remembered correctly. So I can like pace out the fight better. I'm sure one of these has to be the optimal spot, or like the guys have trouble shooting you. So pretty. Everybody else attack this guy.
Weapons at the ready. Let's get started.
No.
Victory shall be mine.
No. No. For fuck's sake, man. Alright, touch the anvil, run away. That's all we gotta do.
Right.
Theoretically, I could do more, but it takes so long to kill an enemy that it's not even worth it because they're just gonna disappear. But I might as well only kill one at a time and heal up in between.
I shall do so. Time for a little cleanup. As you say.
You're gonna...
I shall do so.
Oh, okay. I guess that one went down kind of quick. I might be able to pull this off. Never mind, they have to walk all the way around. You can't just sneak past that. Oh wait, play it safe.
Victory shall be mine. Right. They'll never know what hit him. Right.
Alright, round 2. Except one's dead.
As you
That's not okay. How'd she even die? Like, he's shooting the anvil. this long safe point and somehow we just got wrecked.
How's your day?
Oh well. All hope's not lost. Ireland still does damage.
Done. All right.
You'll be a... What's this, what I've done with you? No. Oh, right. Oh, my God. Where to?
No, because we need the attack bonus. They can't just have him do shield cover. Well, maybe temporarily. Whatever. I need to just keep a closer eye on Wynn, even if she does die in one hit. What else have I been doing? I played Ys Origin again. Now I have the context of both in Felgana, I can say it's kind of a lazy game. And as the name implies, Origin, it's like a prequel to the first game, so like it has that whole premise just lifted. It's basically the final act of that game. A lot of the bosses you fight are also bosses from the first two games. Memorable ones. It's nice to see them, like, in 3D and stuff, you know? However, like, all the abilities that you get and the core progression of the game is, like, the same stuff for both in Felgana. So, when you're playing the melee character, at least, Unica, or Unisa, I don't know how to pronounce it, there's no voice acting. If you're playing her, at least, you're basically just Adol again, but you're in a different dungeon.
Great.
So I guess that's a bit lazy, but, you know, I'll let it slide, because there are two other characters you can play. And all of them are completely different from one another, so in the past I played Unica. This time I went for Hugo, and I still have the third one, which I'm planning to do soon. I went for the hardest difficulty this time, because, like, while the game is hard as fuck, like, they all are, I figured that him being a ranged character, I might be able to cheese things out of it, and in a way I was right, but it was still pretty difficult. I did finish it on Nightmare though, so like there's an actual achievement I can be proud of. And you know, I memorized the boss patterns so damn hard that I may be able to do a boss rush. Which I'd be hella proud of myself if I did. So, like, some of the story beats were the same, of course, like, but, you know, more personal stuff was changed for the different character, and I thought Hugo's story was a lot better. And Unico was just like, I was friends with the guys as a kid, so I became a knight, and nobody believes I can be a knight, but I'm the best knight. And, yeah, wholesome stuff. But whatever. Hugo showed more of him, like, wrestling with his lust for power, which he inherits from his family or whatever. and like his brother was one of the main villains that you'd fight, so like he had more stakes in it. Kind of like Lucia in Devil May Cry 2, like she was kind of the main character because Dante was just there.
Glory! Time for me to clean up! Let's get started.
So, talk about like the balancing of the nightmare difficulty itself. Basically, it makes the enemies hit harder. They don't necessarily take longer to kill. However, they reduce the money drops to like every size money drop is only worth 1 point. So, your progression is pretty heavily stunted. There were times where I just like sat back and grinded out 1,000 enemies. I eventually decided it wasn't worth it, but I at least wanted to get the attack damage upgrade and the mana use one.
As you wish.
Which sucks, because there's an achievement for getting all the upgrades with all of the characters, but like I'm gonna have to play the game again with him if I intend to get that, and I'd have to do it on easier difficulty where the drops aren't affected. There was like an exploit people did where you could like start the game in a different mode and load it into your save and it would keep the drops the same, but they patched that out.
Victory shall be mine!
That sucked. Means I did it Nightmare totally legit. Anyways, the game's still fun. Like, I know I said it was lazy. It doesn't mean it's not fun and well designed and stuff. It is.
Yes.
You just might not get quite as much out of it as other people if you didn't play the original game. Because, you know, a lot of it's just playing on nostalgia and, like, building on the story of the first game, which is kind of irrelevant towards the rest of the franchise, but whatever.
All right.
It's only like 8 or 12 hours per run too, so like it's not crazy long. I'm just worried that like my Z key has been destroyed because that's the attack button and you just slam the fuck out of it. Say Hugo's abilities. I really thought that the shield complemented his playstyle well. Like, it just lets you straight up block an attack, which he's squishy, so it's great to have.
Armed and dangerous, ready.
And the landmine one I thought was just kind of annoying. It took forever to detonate. And it made you sacrifice one of your 2 eyeballs, which act as other guns when you attack. Increase the attack width. However, the fucking tutorial that popped up when you got the ability didn't tell me that I could, like, manually detonate them, so that made it a lot more useful. In fact, it became my primary means of attacking later in the game. And his fire ability is just kind of useless, in my opinion. It makes like a little spinny damage shield around you. It doesn't block anything, it just kind of sacrifices your 2 eyeball things again. So I basically never use that when I didn't have to. Still, it was interesting that all those abilities were completely different behavior-wise from what the melee characters were. Okay, so we're just getting beat up here. I still want to wait for it to turn, but I'm probably gonna, like, try and finish the fight next time.
On it, I shall do so.
to grab some of that lyrium.
Okay, going now.
Ah, the music in it's great too. You enjoy like the sonic butt rock. This is like Castlevania-y power metal. It really like gets you amped up for mashing the Z key. Did we win or do we have to do it again? Crap. Oh. God damn, why are they idiots? Come on! When I turn the freaking movement thing off, they start being dumbasses again. Gosh. Who thought this was okay?
Very well.
In fact, there's no way I'm making that, so I'm gonna reload again, and... Ugh! Should've just stuck to the boring way. Anyways, good game. Was pleasantly surprised by how different the Hugo run was.
Ready.
Victory shall be mine!
Alright, we're gonna try and speed this up because that was a clean kill. Alright, sweet, we got two of them. One backing out. Get in there. One stay back, then.
Weapons at the ready! Get started. Right.
I don't know if we'll make this, but we're gonna try.
Let's grab some glory!
Armed and dangerous, ready for action!
Damn. Okay, well, everybody get back over here.
Weapons at the ready!
Now, theoretically, you could just focus down one of these spots and get it to the bloody ice state, but once it's in bloody ice state, you start taking damage, so you don't want to do that.
You'll never know what hit him. Less fighting, more dying, blast you!
I wasn't watching Win. Well, you were right. But I got her in time.
Time for a little cleanup.
Damn it! Squad up.
Maker!
No mercy!
Oh my god.
Alright, that took time, right? I think that took time. We're gonna keep doing this the boring way. I'll give one a Lyrium potion. I know there are the veins around, but I don't want to leave this spot, so fuck it. Probably good to extend the reach of that, right? Probably.
Immediately.
Using our potion. Why not?
Ready.
On the elemental resistances, I don't think it'll affect spirit damage. Ah, shit. There goes Ogren. Cast this myself. I kinda want to revive Ogren, but like, if this is the last wave, then I won't bother. Because it'll definitely take up like a crap ton of mana to do.
You'll never know what hit him.
We must.
Help.
we gotta do more. So maybe getting it to bloody face that, I don't know, man. I don't.
Your order?
Whatever, as long as my character's alive, we've got this, I think. She's the primary damage dealer. I just need Alistair here to give her a hit bonus and, like, the win to keep everyone alive.
Where now?
So wait it out. I never touched the Spirit Anvil? Ah, shit, guys.
On it.
Alistair, get over there. I didn't realize I never activated the thing.
Armed and dangerous, ready for action!
Getting fucked up.
Let's get started.
There we go, boys. Glad I got the thing just before it deactivated.
This should be easy enough.
Alright, this should be the last one. There's only one ghost now.
This should be easy enough.
How you can tell. That's what we call a tell. Have to leave the movement off so they don't go all freaking dumbass and attack the man, but
This should be easy enough.
yeah. I wonder if the targets only exist on the thing so that it can, like, have a point to cast spells from and give us experience when we kill it.
Yes?
Because really, it has no reason to be there other than to piss me off.
Alistair here. Right.
Oh well, we survived that, and it took a while because I did it the boring way, but it went better than I thought it would. Like, you know, normally these kind of things take us an hour at least. And what was that, like 30, 40 minutes? That's not an hour.
on it.
I don't know if we're gonna fight Caridin now. We might, or I don't know if we even fight him. Yeah, he's right here. This is the end of the place. I was gonna maybe go into another discussion, but we'll wait for this. That taint.
My name is Caridin. Once, longer ago than I care to think, I was a paragon to the dwarves of Orzammar. If you seek the Anvil, then you must care about my story, or be doomed to relive it.
I mean, it looks like you're living pretty good. You're like a metal god right now, dude. Want a Motorhead cover or something? You want something. Everyone does.
I do. I live to ensure that the Anvil was never used again. Now it never shall be. It allowed me to forge a man of steel or stone, as flexible and clever as any soldier. As an army, they were invincible, but I told no one the cost. No mere smith, however skilled, has the power to create life. To make my golems live, I had to take their lives from elsewhere.
So if you can make them out of steel or stone, why did you make so many out of stone? Because I've never seen a steel one until you. It's not like the dwarves have any shortage of metal. And like, they have lava to cook it. So, like, what's the deal? Sounds like blood magic.
The Darkspawn were pressing in. Originally, I only took volunteers, the bravest of souls, willing to trade their very lives for the chance to defend their homeland.
Just like Grey Wardens.
But King Valtor became greedy. He began to force men, casteless and criminals, his political enemies. All of them were to be given to the Anvil.
All of them are gonna, like, be worthless anyways.
To realize the height of my crimes.
You would rather those people starve in the streets than become golems and defend their homeland. Come on. You know, you people could use that.
No! I entombed myself here to find a way to destroy the Anvil. It must not be used again!
No! The Anvil is mine! No one will take it from me!
Well, hold on. I earned the right to be here.
Help me destroy the Anvil. Do not let it enslave more souls than it already has.
I should let your guilt inconvenience me, bro. Like, not my problem.
Your own people were slaves once, were they not? Would you force the very souls of others into slavery for eternity?
They're
Why
not
are
slaves,
you
they're
listening?
just immortal.
We had an agreement. I'm the one you came here to find, not him.
Bronca, you mad, bleeding nugtail! Does this thing mean so much to you that you can't even see what you've lost to get it?
Look around. Is this what our empire should look like? A crumbling tunnel filled with darkspawn spume? The Anvil will let us take back our glory!
Spume? Is that what you call the fleshy walls? Anyways, we came here to find a paragon, so like, Cyanoid Carrion is a valid response, and is that a pocket? This man wearing Levi's? Yeah, whatever. Considering how Dwarven culture currently works, I think that sending the castless to fight is, like, the right idea. And even if their souls are enslaved for eternity and all, who cares? Like, they don't believe in an afterlife, so, like, you gotta extend your life as long as possible if that's the case. Now, as far as the fight goes, I can either fight Caridin or Bronca. As you see, Bronca has an axe and a shield, which means that she is probably a lot harder to kill than Caridin, who's just a big ball of armor. And she has, like, a control rod, so she gets these golems to assist her anyways, and that's, like, the biggest pain in the ass of this whole deal. Whatever, I'll keep the Anvil, even if Bronca is crazy.
You must destroy the Anvil while you have the chance.
Shut up, Alistair.
One should be given dominion over another's soul. If anyone should know that best.
These are dwarves, they don't believe in
Yes,
souls.
but at far too high a price.
Even if we did fight a ghost legion. That's my order.
I cannot allow you to do this, stranger. To me, golems! Defend the Anvil, whatever the cost!
Okay, there's Caridin. The Bronca's helping us because we did this, and you see we've got some friendly golems. Like, she still used her rod, I guess. That's good. I'm not sure who I should prioritize. Probably not Caridin. They have all these lyrium veins, so as long as they keep a win alive, we should be invincible. Guess we should split those up. Help out whoever needs help. And like put a barrier on them. No, they're resistant to magic. And he resisted it. Gotta make sure Winzo's moving. Whoever wants to use abilities is free to do so. Fuck!
Victory shall be mine!
Alright, well, he's a moving target, which means that all it does is waste time. I could be dealing damage, so I'm gonna change.
Ready.
Also, once I free these golems, they'll help us out. Got all of them? No. Finish him off. You guys can keep doing what you're doing.
Armed and dangerous, ready.
Sweet. Okay. Put it on Auburn, I guess. Wow, wow. Probably gonna resist this. It's like a warding, actually. Ah, crushing prison worked on. Nice. See how they just melted because we had two two-handers and telekinetic weapons? It's wonderful. A lot easier than everything else we've done in this entire game. Caridin shield. +6 damage versus Darkspawn. The defense is kind of ass, but it has elemental resistances. fat loot chests around here somewhere too. Caridin wasn't the only thing. Probably got an artifact in it, right? Aim and tab it more closely. List of names, each with a stamp of their house next to them. You recognize a few names. At the bottom of the words, we honor those who have made sacrifice, let their names be remembered. Apartment's still deep enough shape for them to be taken, allowing information to be carried elsewhere. Take a tracing.
Names. Long list of dwarves. Wait, hold on. We honor who have made this sacrifice. Let their names be remembered. Fart me a lullaby. It's a memorial of all the dwarves who became golems. Has to be. If there was some way of getting this back to the Shaper at Orzammar, I bet they'd brown their trousers and pay good gold for it. Probably both.
I don't remember if this was like in the base game. Like it kind of looks out of place, doesn't it? This golem's like not even textured. However, this is really Deshale. Like, you know, she's a golem. Her name's on that list. So if she was with us, she'd have something to say, but I can't really swap out my party at the moment. She might still ask about it, though, when we talk to her at the camp. More importantly, once we're out of here, we can talk to Ogren, and I can become a berserker without cheating, and I'll have, like, 4 new things to use. And then Win will be a lot more useful to me, because she can use Rejuvenate, and I can, like, final blow people and get all my stamina back, like that. Sounds epic. There's the fat loot chest. Dragon bone armor, medium silver bar of pure silver. I feel like Win likes silver things, but also it's like money, and Zevran likes money. Probably for him.
Let's get started.
Trying to move it would require years. And can't we just like smash this and like let this whole thing come crumbling down? Caridin's been here for how many fucking years? You're telling me a fucking steel golem man gonna just punch this whole balcony off into the lava? Also, come on, that's definitely where the freaking rings were made. The rings of power.
Here it is! The Anvil of the Void! So sweet! Such power!
You found the Anvil. Are you happy now? Maybe we could go back to Orzammar, share the good news.
Look at it. It was worth it. All of it. The Anvil is everything I thought it would be.
It's just an anvil, man.
No.
Got some LED gamer stuff on it, though.
Be satisfied.
Perhaps I could use it now. A reward for defeating Caridin. You wanted a crown, no? Or have you set your sights higher than the petty kings of Orzammar?
I mean, yeah, fuck the crown. I don't really need that. I think if you say this, she might fight you because she's like crazy now, but I don't know. It looks like the crown's my only good option. Like, this is just a cruel joke.
Then stand aside and I shall forge it for you.
I'd rather she just made me some awesome weapon.
Whenever you please.
Whatever. Make me a friggin' NVIDIA crown. Swear to God, if it doesn't support ray tracing.
There it is. An ugly lump of hot metal to go over a couple of empty heads. Now leave. It will take me some time to fully realize the mysteries here.
Okay. Good luck.
Once Orzammar settles on its petty king, have him send for me. When next you lead your armies against the archdemon, they will be shielded by a tide of steel men.
I hope this makes you happy.
We got steel men, but
I don't think you understand what it costs to get you here.
Oh, stuff a rag in it, Ogren. Move on. Find a few whores. Sodding stone, I never thought you'd be the pining type. Now be gone.
nah, looks like I'm gonna have to come back with shale because this is still impractical. And whatever, we'll leave.
Well, I guess you both got what you wanted. Hope it was worth the cost. We should get back to the city now. Share the news.
Man, you're drunk. Quit acting all sad.
Yeah, those Deshirs have been trying to destroy the city for years. Haven't managed yet.
Yeah, hold on. Gonna walk over here, and we're gonna swap out our party.
Thunder Humper.
Yes.
Right.
Alright, now we just have to walk all the way back to there for no reason. I know they were nice and gave us that shortcut there, but we're squandering it. I'm glad Alistair and Wynn didn't actually lose approval points. I feel like they don't like me very much. But I like them a whole lot. Story of my life. You know, when I'm out in public, I'm usually only working, so like I'm only half there. I don't want to be aware of that time is moving so slow. So I feel like I just come off as really boring to everyone. So yeah, I don't really get invited out to do things too much, even by people who are my friends. But like that's partially just a we're all nerds kind of thing with them. Like, you know, we just want to play video games. this was worth the jog.
No. Perhaps it thinks I should. It may have something to do with Caridin's words. If there is some way to make a copy of these runes, I am willing to study them. Perhaps there is something to be gleaned from them, I know not.
Okay. Well, I guess that was a waste of time then. Maybe she'll talk to me about it later, though. The Rock Knocker helmet. No, it was effort stuff. That's what I wanted. Or maybe, I feel like maybe effort's equipment isn't a whole set. Like, I think it's just Rock Knocker play, like he gets a set bonus from it, but it's improved in some way. I'm not sure. It's good for Alistair, but he doesn't have the strength to use it. I kind of want to use it, though. I'm already not getting the set bonus for my thing, but it's like, it looks cool. The fatigue on it's a lot bigger. Willpower, same defense, armor. So it doesn't even have more armor then, because this has fake armor. Bigger health bonus. All I had to get out of it is health regen and more fatigue. Not worth it. Wearing Effort's gloves, though. I don't remember putting those on. Yeah, whatever, it's better. It is better. I feel like not having a complete set is more liberating, because now stuff that would otherwise go to waste because it wasn't part of the set, I'm actually going to use on my character, probably. Alright, go fire. And, the nature crystals are cool and all because of the, you know, these are just stronger. Oh, it's chipped. Well, that explains a lot. I guess I'd rather have her do this. Everything seems to be pretty resistant to the nature damage. Caridin chain. Cage. Electricity damage. I think anybody really wants that. I guess one could maybe use it theoretically. It doesn't even do electricity yet either. That's pretty cool. I don't know if anybody's gonna use that either, but it's cool. I'll give it that. I guess. Can I just, like, walk out of here from here? No. All sack. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have I think this is the one. Speed boost. Running Man. What's the name of the marathon man? I know it sounds ridiculous. I want to say Oedipus, but I know that's not true because that's a different story. Is it Phidippides? It sounds like an idiot's name, but he's the man who ran the message over to the Spartans and got reinforcements just in time for battle. And he, like, ran from Marathon. That's where the word comes from. I think that was in, like, the same war period where the Spartans got wrecked later on. The 300 happened. I feel like all these symbols would indicate important places, but we don't go to them.
Lords of the Assembly, I call for order. This argument gets us nowhere.
Then why these delaying tactics? I call for a vote right now. My father has one living child to assume the Idukan throne. Who would deny him that?
Your father made me swear on his deathbed you would not succeed him.
I apologize for the interruption, Lord Stewart, but the Grey Warden has returned.
Well, Warden, what news do you bring?
I have a crown.
Bronca still lives. Though she's mad as a nug at a tanner shop. She finally found the Anvil of the Void, and chose to stay in the deep to work it. She tasked this Grey Warden to give her crown
Ogren's
to
not in my
Orzammar's
party.
next king, chosen by the ancestors as a first in a millennium to lead a Golem army against a blight.
I would like to believe Ogren's word, but it's well known the Grey Warden is Balin's hireling.
Silence! Then tell us, Grey Warden, which king did Paragon Bronca endorse?
Yeah, who you supported didn't even matter. You could just choose at the end. Not gonna lie, she let me pick.
Why would a Paragon trust someone who knows nothing of us with such a decision? This is preposterous.
We've argued in these chambers for too long. The will of the Paragon is that the Grey Warden decide.
Yep, that means Balin. We explained this earlier.
At
Gasp!
least, this farce is ended, and I can take my rightful place on my father's throne.
Donald J. Balin. Bring an axe down on his head right there.
Let the memories find you worthy. First amidst the lords of the houses, the king of Orzammar.
Why do they all have magic staffs?
Do you acknowledge me as king?
I cannot defy a Paragon. The throne is yours, King Balin.
Yeah, suck
And
it,
as my
Aramon.
first act as king, I call for this man's execution. Guards, seize him!
He was not an honorable rival. He sent thugs after me. Do I get my troops now?
I will return to my palace to gather my generals and prepare our forces for the surface. I will see you there, Warden. You have my gratitude for all you have done for me.
Wait.
You have proven yourself and more, Warden. Without your aid, I would not have taken this throne so smoothly or so soon.
Yeah, I know. How's it feel to be a gamer? Congratulations, give me troops.
I've already sent a mission to Branca. I'm certain by the time you call for us, I can send you a vanguard of golems for your army. Since you did more than I expected, I offer a personal reward as well. This was a mall favored by my brother Trian. Take it with you, as a reminder of your ties to Orzammar.
Brother, you
I have
murdered?
much to do. If there is nothing else...
I want my face on a statue.
I'll see what I can do. Now, I must address my other petitioners. Come back and visit sometime.
I swear to God. My statue better be right here. Right here. Literally when no really runs the show. Oh, I got a new mall. Aragon Longsword, Volcanic. The fat strength bonus on, look at that. Damage is good, critical chance is good, armor penetration good. Eat fire damage. I'm giving this to like Zevran or something. Pretty good. Still not as good at tanking as Alistair's sexy sword. He's keeping that forever. Hey, it's beautiful. I love it. Oh, look at that nice shiny nug. The meat's just as shiny. That's how you know it's nug. And this bottle, all this looks like it's like not lit correctly. Low poly as fuck. And the dragon corpse is still here, man. It's still here.
As you
got
wish.
stuff to turn in.
Right.
We have to talk to Rook's mom. And we have to go to the memories or whatever.
You are stone-carved, Warden. I've never seen the like.
Aha! I was stone-carved.
If I'd heard it secondhand, I'd have called it a sodding lie. Warden, we've got a king because of you. The rest, impressive, but the Legion is grateful most for restored leadership. It frees us to fight to the Darkspawn properly.
Yeah.
You'll have us too, indirectly. Our place is here. But when you break the Blight, we'll make sure the Darkspawn have a fine welcome home. It's more guarantee than any servicer's had.
Come topside, though.
You alone have the skill to back up your words. Each of the Legion owes our homeland a death, but if our lives are better shed on the surface, so be it. Back to Orzammar when we win, though. I'll not stay topside to lose my stone sense.
Sweet, and so you're gonna help us. Let me, call in the Dwarven troops. I think. And it sounded like we won, right? Can I go into the assembly hall? I know it was locked before. Maybe it still is. No, it's locked. Locked. Oh wait, that guy had a quest marker! Oh! Assembly cache. Eat his city. Oh. Cunning. Plus 2 to all attributes, spell resistance, healing effects. Well, that sounds awesome. I might replace my Harvest Festival ring with it. Might request my Ring of the Warrior with it, but because of the healing effects, I should probably just give it to Alistair, right? Cunning, willpower, spirit resistance. whatever, I'll use it. I'm greedy, I just want it. I want to replace the Harvest Festival ring. And someone else can use that, like Ogren. I'm sure he doesn't have a ring, right? Oh, Ogren's not even in my party, man. Ogren, get in here, buddy. You got some piece of crap ring. I don't want to throw magic resistances out the window, but as a dwarf, he has some natural resistance, right? So, and I guess this, like, more directly benefits him. Sure. That's my justification for being an idiot. I don't know when. Does she have that ring? You have a shit ring? Homing ban. I don't know, I'm sure someone will get used to that selection ring, probably. Alright, Shaperette. Whatever it's called.
Right.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I can't chat. I started to worry. I didn't know if you were ever coming back. Did you find any records? Any sign of the old Orton Tig?
I have the records right here.
You found them? Let me see. That's my great-grandmother's name. And her husband! Oh, great ancestors, it's them! It's me! I am an Orton. Oh, thank you.
Your
I
name's
have to take
Orta.
this to the assembly right away. Find me there. Once these are acknowledged, I'll give you any reward.
Most impressive, Warden. King Balin's ascent to his father's throne has been recorded in the memories. Is there something more I can help you with? What's this? A list of names. Most of these clans no longer even exist. Is this authentic?
You bet your hairy arse it is. Taken from a tablet in Caridin's fortress, no less.
Then is it true? The rumors of Caridin's so-called volunteers? Extraordinary! I would love to make a copy of this. The Shaperate has never had much information on Caridin and his golems, much less proof of this magnitude. Warden, I hope this artifact from our archives will suffice as a reward. I must inform the Shaperate at once.
Artifact? Kieran's Mall. That's pretty good. Chance to knock back is eh. Paragon's helmet, volcanic. Paragon gloves. Wow. Wow. Road is pretty eh. That's all I wouldn't think of it. Oh, maybe the fatigue's a lot higher. I'm leaning towards no. He doesn't need it. I'm gonna sell this. Paragon Shield. And Alistair's had this forever, but also I bought it, so it better be worth the money, right? Defense on it's a lot higher. Oh, never mind. I was looking at the wrong one. Nah. I think Alistair might have the best shield in the game. Normally I end up giving him the silly gold armor, just because it kind of belongs to him. But also, I think the shield on it's pretty good too. Like it has great missile deflection or something. The only one I should really be concerned about at the moment. I might go to Ocelot next. It's not the longest thing in the world, and like we've proved that we can beat some Darkspawn ass finally. Only took having a ton of runes to do bonus damage to them to do so. You know how it go.
What?
What? Orta.
My name's Orta. After the old Orton house, they gave our seat back. And the records show which houses still owe House Orton money. One day, I will be able to properly thank you for all you've done for me.
Money.
And I don't know what treasure is left, but whatever I get, you can have as much as you want. I'll have to find someone willing to look. Maybe a whole expedition. If the Tig is still there, it must have something.
Nah, man, I looted it all.
I will not forget this kindness. Didn't that sound official? Right.
5 measly sovereigns. I'll take it.
News of the hour! All hail King Balin Isuga!
You've returned.
You
With
look
all
like a
the
nug.
excitement over the new king, I never expected you to remember my poor son. Did you learn anything about my ruck?
You might not want to hear it.
What is it? Is he dead? Oh, please don't torment me.
He's got the shakes.
Crazy. Oh, ancestors, save him. I've heard of this. Lost soldiers turning on each other, eating darkspawn flesh. Is that what happened to my boy? Why didn't you bring him home?
Because he's crazy.
Such a good boy. Still thinking of me after all he's been through. I have to go to him. He needs me. Oh, he must be so frightened out there, so lonely. I thank you for what you've done. Even if you couldn't be bothered with more. Take this. It's my husband's masterwork, the first shield he smithed. I was saving it for Ruck, but I want you to have it. As my thanks.
You're gonna need it if you're trying to go to him. Oh, but I'm a mom and here's my baby. I must go to him. He's just gonna kill me, but I must go to him. Shield's a piece of crap. What else, where's my journal at? like we've cleared out Orzammar from the list, baby. Let's go. Get the out of here. Let's become berserkers. We're gonna talk Ogren's ear off.
So, you know that I'm a Templar, right?
I believe what I heard was that you were not, in fact, a Templar. You were trained as one before you became a Grey Warden.
That's right, but I still have all the abilities of one, of course. That doesn't make you nervous.
Should it? I am no apostate. Perhaps you should be directing this question at Morrigan.
She claims not to be afraid of me, or anything, really. But you've had more experience with the Templars than her. I know how mages can sometimes...
The Templars serve a function, and a necessary one. If what has happened at the Tower proves anything, it is that we mages can be dangerous, even to ourselves.
That's one way of looking at it.
And regardless...
It's the right way of looking at it.
Enough, young man. If you decide to slaughter me out of hand, I'm sure you would at least inform me first, no?
Oh, sure. Count on it.
Give me a moment.
You've been up here before, you dingus. Yeah, whatever.
Of course everything's all right. Just give me one sodding moment. By the stone. I feel like I'm about to fall off the world with all that sky up there.
Not how it works, you idiot. Yeah. Doesn't make sense.
Strange? Strange is your wife turning out to prefer the ladies, not living in a world without a bleeding ceiling. Well, let's get moving. We're losing, daylight.
Well, I don't think we actually have to walk to the exit. We can just... Ta-da! Party camp. I was expecting someone to insta-talk me. Whatever. Morgan. Take it. Take it. And maybe. Nah, fire's better. Nah, she's probably gonna be stuck in that for a while too. Yeah, I knew someone would get use out of this. The focus ring's useless. Oh. Focus ring isn't useless. Oh, those are neat and all, but they are not as good as this. Or, what's the other one? No, I just got it. Was it the Paragon Longsword? Yeah, this one. Leanna's already got one of these too. Or he needs to level up, so I'll go to his character screen. Strength. Nah, that's too much strength. Need some cunning too. And Ranger just kind of sucks, honestly. Like, Duelist is good for everyone. Lacerate. Whenever a backstab deals at least 10 damage, the assassin's foe is riddled with bleeding wounds that inflict 1/4 original damage for the next 3 seconds. Creature has no blood, is immune to this effect. That's OP. When your backstab not deal 10 damage. Stamina is partially restored when assassin fells an opponent with a backstab. Sure. Dexterity for this. It doesn't seem like he has the least skill points out of anyone here. He probably doesn't even have the stamina for that. Oh, let's see if that was enough for him. As we'll toss it in the stash. Of course not. Capsule, right? Junk armor, nothing for him. Sten, he doesn't have any rings. The Warden Commander armor is okay, but I'm not sure if it's better than Effort's armor. 3 willpower, health regen. Armor isn't better. Yeah, fuck it. Oh, these Paragon boots. Eh. Take those. Basically just want Sten to be me, but worse. I have to have something better than that right now, right? Armor penetration's hella high. In fact, I'm sure this is better. He can have Tyrion's Maul. Nice compact little hammer. And you can level up some. That strength. That const. Why not? I don't really care. That. Wait till he's specialized. Where's Zebrina? I have a gift for him. That silver bar.
I shall treasure it. Thank you.
Treasure it, it is treasure. Okay, who wants Alistair? Do you want the demon? I'm not gonna save Scummit, but I did save.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
Yeah, oh, fuck you too, okay?
Unexpected. Thank you.
Unexpected. Necessary Bellhammer.
Orzammar has sent her best, Warden. It has been a long time since the Dwarven army has marched on the surface.
Do you need anything?
Outfitting any army on short notice, there's always room for more gear. Gems would serve the most utility. The Middlestone, sapphires, and the like. We're dealing with many smaller foundries, and larger values might overwhelm.
You don't need gems in your armor.
Let's get started.
Isn't the hood? Ice doesn't actually do anything for you.
Everything brings us closer to victory.
Scummy DLC man's gone.
Enchantment?
Enchanting.
Enchantment!
Aw, yeah. Give me this. Bam, 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 bam. Sell that. Kieran's Mall. I'll put some nice stuff in that. Garbage. Oh, that's probably correct.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road.
Your wares.
Sure you'll be...
I'm gonna show you my wares. I'm gonna hold on to that one. Maybe... Yeah, and a rogue can only wield one longsword at a time, and I think the Paragon longsword is better. So, bye-bye. Spear thrower. I feel like I gave this to somebody, or I wanted to at least. I'll hold on to it. Bolts. I don't care. Keep the arrows. Oh, brilliant fire crystal. Oh, hell yeah. I think brilliant's probably better than clear. I don't know when I picked that up, though. You can't even use it! Come on!
You and your friends are formidable. I'm sure.
Alright, what else have I got to sell? All this crap. Worthless, 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 worthless. It's all junk. All junk. I don't want any of this. I don't want none of that. don't want emeralds for whatever reason. Oh, guess we're good. Grid, where you at? You have my specialization. It's clipping.
There you are. Wanted to talk to you.
Eyeballs. Go ahead.
Here we go. You and I, we've... You know how sometimes you spend time with people and things?
I love you too, Ogren.
Well, I'll be shaved, skinned, and hung up to dry. It's too soon, though, lady. Too soon. I just wanted to ask a favor.
What is it?
I was thinking, I do know some people out here on the surface. A person, actually. A girl I knew in Orzammar. Before I left, obviously.
Girl you knew, or a girl you gave the full spread?
What? Oh, you mean were we rutting? Oh, aye. After Bronco left for the deep roads. Name's Felsi. She was a fiery one. I'm sure she's forgiven me by now. Thought maybe I'd track her down, see how she's been living.
Alright. It's not like you only told us that Bronco was your wife, like, minutes ago or anything. In order to find her.
I tried to look her up the last time we were at Lake Calenhad. She wasn't at work at the inn. At home with her sick mother, they said. I figured it was just the ancestors telling me something. But I keep thinking about her. Well, and a good friend you are, Warden. I'll think about you if we ever... no, actually, that would be gross. No, what was it you wanted to say?
How dare you? How dare you? You said my pussy stink. Can you teach me to fight?
You want to be a berserker? Thought I'd never see the day. Aye, I'll teach you. Just be ready. To be a berserker, you have to face your own inner rage. Let the spirit of battle take over. And all that dust. There's a whole pile of philosophical rot that goes behind it. But the bedrock is this. Get real mad and kill things.
Hell yeah.
It does. But I almost guarantee you've never in your life been as rage-blind as you have to be to draw strength from it. I'll show you how. I'm good at getting people really, really mad.
Boy, if your rage is a weapon, use it.
I can teach you what gets my hackles in a twist, but no one can tell you what'll set off that killing rage in you. Finding that is the key to berserking. Once you got that, I tell you, the ladies love it when you're all mysteriously angry for no reason. Trust me.
Tell me that you beat your wife.
Quick study, Warden. You must have been seriously steamed up about something for a long time.
Thanks for the lesson.
Aye.
Goodbye.
All right, then.
Ropey! I can put this over in my modes. Move things over a bit. A killing blow. Yeah, no debuff. Or OP. Bonuses damage and health regeneration, penalty to stamina regeneration, except not really. Yeah. Why did it disable? Is it like a time thing, or is it whatever? Whatever. Maybe it's my AI. No. Okay. I should still talk to Ogren.
Come to talk to old Ogren, have you? Don't know why.
What's wrong, Ogren?
Nothing. I'm fine. Just, I got a hornet in my eye is all.
What?
I want to talk about something.
I'd like to know more about you.
What about?
Mind if what happened to Bronca? Probably not.
Oh, sure. I'm fine with it. I mean, she was a real firebrand between the sheets, but a bit soft in the skull, you know what I mean? Explains why she left, anyway.
Not broken up over it? You're handling this well.
Well, what do you think? I mean, she was my wife. I spent 2 years trying to save her while she was off boffing that tramp and feeding my cousins to the Darkspawn. Now she has everything she's ever wanted, and I'm here.
Are you saying that you're a cuck? Hey, find this Elsie will help you.
I guess I could use a bit of the old mortar and pestle if you're digging my trench.
Yeah, some of that. A mortar and pestle is just a bowl and a stick. Like, you just slam shit together.
Yeah, you said it. I was starting to think of my pants as a home away from home. You want to get moving now? My throat's sore from all this relating.
Smash like to relate.
Pull up a drink, Warden. Join me in my sodding hole. Nah, just tired is all. Did you want to talk about something?
I know more about you. Again. Well, I like the surface.
Sodding great. At first I was a little queasy with all that air, but there's just so much of it. No one has any idea who you are or what you're doing. And the ale. Oh, who'd have thought? Ale made with grain. Aye, the surface is great. It's like a big, bright world of filth without a ceiling. My kind of place. Hey, let's go find something to kill, huh? All this talk makes my hands twitchy. You have a lot of nerve coming here.
Yeah, well, that is my camp.
Oh, no you don't. You can't come swishing in here and take over the Warden's camp just like that. I'll fight you with my sodding weapon, you moss-biting poetess.
What?
No, pal. You think I'm someone else. How do you like that, huh? Swish!
Swing.
You keep looking at me like that. I'll just go get my pants from that sodding dog.
What?
I got a moment, sure. What about?
You miss Orzammar?
What? Miss Orzammar? Are you mad, in addition to being ugly? They treated me like a puddle fly back there. I'm never going back.
Okay. That's like to be a warrior in Orzammar.
You get a sword or an axe, and are told to go out and defend your city.
Why'd you have a hammer?
Best thing in the world. That is until you try to live in the city you saved.
What do you mean?
I mean, they train you to kill, teach you to harness your rage at the first noise you hear, then try to set 100 sodding rules about it. Like those provings. Ancestors show their favor through the strongest arm, right? So why so many rules saying how to fight, and when you win, and not to bloody kill? Killing's what swords are for.
Meh, I get it.
You toss a nug to a deep stalker, you don't expect it not to eat the thing, right? This makes me cranky. Don't you have any other inane questions?
How about phone out?
Alright.
Talk more later.
Aye. Alright then.
Alright. Honestly, the rest of this is probably just gonna be talking at the camp. We've got like a 20-minute window before I want to be done. And I've got like gifts to give away to people.
I await your command. So, full of questions, are you?
Maybe she'll teach me. I don't know. Not that I'd want to put anyone in it. What's going on there?
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
Does sound like something you do. I should probably take it as an insult.
Changing her form, certainly. Devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth my lifespan is but a fraction of her own. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
You spent a lot of time as an animal?
There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
But what if you were a cat? Think about it. Animals think you.
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask.
Bullshit, we've seen a talking cat. Have other human forms?
The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does.
Say it like you don't know how Alistair moves and
This
thinks.
allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess.
You're not concerned about, like, gender equality and stuff? Okay. Can anyone become a
Anyone with sufficient will, but the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed.
Well...
No? 'Tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the Circle of Magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the Chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could, but as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
Good. Preserve traditions.
I am surprised you think so.
Yes.
Still, 'tis a pleasant thing to hear.
That's just the answer she wanted to hear. I know I just talked about traditions stupid and destroyed Orzammar, and that's why we picked Balin.
Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
No, you can be a cat, and that makes you innocent. Useful.
A most practical opinion. Far more so than any man I have spoken to. But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
Okay. 6 points. Wow.
I await your command. So, full of questions, are you? Possibly, if I had the desire to. I do not.
Why not?
I was told to accompany you and to help you, and that I shall. This may extend to the teaching of my mother's skills in time. For now, I simply do not know you well enough. I promise nothing.
Okay.
I await your command.
Are you lonely?
At times, perhaps. A world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. If I spoke, 'twas to the trees.
But that's dumb. They speak back. Seem normal?
What did I have to compare it with? In time, I began to wonder, of course. I recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in animal form, remaining in the shadows and watching these strange townsfolk from afar. I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments the likes of which I had never before seen. I was dazzled. This, to me, seemed what true wealth and beauty must be. I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. 'Twas encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds.
See how, like, the textures are messed up on her fingers? Can't imagine Plymouth was happy.
She was not. Flemeth was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had risked discovery for the sake of a pretty bauble. To teach me a lesson, Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. I was heartbroken.
Maybe it's messed up because she's not wearing the gloves that match the set. Like it's clipping through. I could explain what's going on with the arm too. Yeah, she was right.
Beauty and love are fleeting and have no meaning. Survival has meaning. Power has meaning. Without those lessons, I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been.
It made you stronger.
They did indeed. To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely, but such was how it had to be. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such fantasies have no place amidst reality.
Yep, okay, so you want a mirror? Oh. Morgue.
What have you there? A mirror? It is just the same as the mirror which Flemeth smashed on the ground so long ago. It is incredible that you found one so like it. I am uncertain what to say. You must wish something in return, certainly.
Nah, it's cheap, mass-produced. Just look at the label, it says made in China.
You say that as if I should be accustomed to such a thing. I have never received a gift, not one which did not come at a price. I suppose I should say thank you for the gift. 'Tis most thoughtful, truly.
Right. Oh! That's a lot. Maybe she'll teach me to do the shape change.
I await your command. So, full of questions, are you? Possibly, if I had the desire to.
Wow. Sten probably doesn't have much to say, but he'll talk anyways.
You are not quite as callow as I thought. That is unexpected.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I caged myself. A weak mind is a deadly foe, as you are no doubt aware.
A weak mind?
That is complicated. I told you before that I was sent here. I was not sent alone. I came to your lands with 7 of the Beresad, my brothers, to seek answers about the Blight. We made our way across the Ferelden countryside without incident, seeing nothing of the threat we were sent to observe. Until the night we camped by Lake Calenhad. They came from everywhere. The earth beneath our feet, the air above us. Our own shadows harbored the darkspawn. I saw the last of the creatures cut down, too late. I fell.
Sounds like what happened at Ostagar.
I heard the stories of Ostagar. Your kith stood their ground when others fled. No one can do more than that. I don't know how long I lay on the battlefield among the dead, nor do I know how the farmers found me. I only know that when I woke I was no longer among my brothers, and my sword was gone from my hand.
Oh, what'd you do?
I searched for it, and when that failed I asked my rescuers what had become of it.
They know where it was?
They said they found me with nothing.
You were robbed?
I killed them. With my bare hands. I did. I knew they didn't have the blade. They had no reason to lie to me. I panicked. Unthinking, I struck them down.
Fuck, bruh.
I know I cannot justify what I have done. My honor is forfeit. That sword was made for my hand alone. I have carried it from the day I was set into the Beresad. I was to die wielding it for my people. Even if I could cross Ferelden and Tevinter unarmed and alone to bring my report to the Arishok, I would be slain on sight by the Antam. They would know me as soulless, a deserter. No soldier would cast aside his blade while he drew breath.
Except the Iron Bolt, of course. Would you search for it?
If I knew where to look, it would be in my hand now.
Where did you fight Darkspawn?
Near Lake Calenhad.
We'll find it.
Perhaps those words are empty, but thank you all the same.
I don't think it's all that great, but I can find his sword. Have junk runes to donate, maybe.
Even the Templars will be impressed by the power.
You can sell all the other junk, so it's not taking up space.
I'm sure.
What runes I got? Grandmaster Cold Iron. Nobody wants it. Useless. Don't fight undead all that often. I guess there are some in the Brazilian forest or whatever it's called, but we're strong enough for it to not really matter.
Have you encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
Oh, there's Connor.
Ah, yes, Connor, of course. The first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was months before the nightmares stopped. It was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most.
Yeah, like, you could become that, but, like, you're not. Man, it's like duality and stuff.
One slip. All it takes is one slip, and everything you are is simply gone. Replaced by madness. And there is no turning back, or at least that's what they say.
You have doubts?
Of late, I have begun to wonder if there is any way an abomination can be cured. Or if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity, their humanity.
The answer is yes, but they don't know that yet. You're not an abomination if you're human.
It is madness and cruelty that define abominations. If those are lacking, if the mage remembers the person they truly are, then they are not an abomination. I never saw that. Thank you for showing me another way of looking at it.
And you, like, took my words and turned it into a school lesson. I think you might have seen that, man. By the way, I don't know when it's gonna happen, but Wen actually has, like, a unique ability for a character. Like, you can't get it on anyone else. The thing is, if they did that for Wen, why didn't they do it for Sten? It really is just worse than everyone in every way. It makes me so sad.
I must ask, what does being a Grey Warden mean to you?
Seems I'm important.
There's that, of course. But there's more to being a Grey Warden than killing Darkspawn and saving the world from the Blight. Ultimately, being a Grey Warden is about serving others. About serving all people, whether elves or dwarves or men.
Yeah, I'm important.
As a Grey Warden, you are a guardian of men. And you guard them because their continued existence is more important than you are.
Whoa, hold on. Nobody said that.
Not they. A good king, a true king who cares for his land, uses his power to rule firmly but fairly. He serves his people first and foremost. The king who does not do this, who believes that he is entitled to his power, who abuses it and uses it for his own means, is a tyrant.
Tough but fair, like Tuco.
If you live apart from others, and your actions affect only you, then you may do as you wish. But if you have power, influence, and strength, Your every action will be as a drop of water in a clear, still pond. The drop causes ripples, and ripples spread. Think of how far they will go, how wide they will become, how will they affect the pond. But I've lectured enough for today. I should stop before I wear out my welcome.
You're not Chinese, Lynn.
Is there something you need?
Why don't you
The
stay?
circle is in good hands. Irving knows what to do, and he doesn't need me underfoot. For now, I will support those that battle the Darkspawn. I do feel I left things unfinished in Ostagar. There is so much left to do, and I would be part of it.
Glad for your
The
company.
Grey Wardens, all 2 of you, need all the help you can get. I will see this through to the bitter end, and after that, if I am still left standing, then I will return to the circle. No, of course I don't. I'm old and unsure of what I'm doing. Actually, I'd rather be in a warm chair in the sun, being served pudding or some other easily digestible food.
Oh, well, I would too. That can be arranged.
Well, get on it then, and make sure there's a blanket in my chair, and that it's soft, and that the pudding doesn't have cream on it. Cream gives me gas.
I got 2 gifts for Liliana. She's probably got a lot of bullshit to tell us. I think she has some of the most long-winded conversations in this game.
Have I ever told you I really like the way you wear your hair?
Probably why she got a DLC. Yes, me too. Pigtails are the best.
It's very nice, and it suits you. Simple. Not like the elaborate hairstyles we wore in Orlais. They involved flowers, ribbons, jewels. 1 year, feathers were all the rage, and Lady Elise decided she needed to outdo everyone else, and actually wore live songbirds in her voluminous hair. The chirping was quite charming for a while, but you must realize, terrified little birdies often have loose bowels.
Hey. Or birds.
Yes, I don't envy them. She never washed her hair. But I was trying to say something nice to you, wasn't I? Oh, forgive me. My mind wanders so. It's just that I feel so comfortable talking to you. Like I could say anything and you wouldn't judge me.
I don't know about that, but I'm glad you feel that way.
You see? This is what I mean. You're such a pleasure to talk to. I haven't felt this close to anyone in a long time. I really enjoy your company.
Right, enough of that. Let's talk about my hair. Now we're good friends.
Thank you. I am honored that you feel that way.
Honored. I think that was probably where I could have been like, yeah. Are you gay or what?
Something I can help with?
And, she is. She's bi. So... And I could have went that way. But we all know Alistair's the best boy, so if anything's happening, it's with him.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Heard that minstrels are spies. You a spy?
You hear this?
From, 007?
Can you believe everything you hear? Not all minstrels are spies. Most are just singers and storytellers. But some of them are what we call bards.
I love to see a minstrel traveling around with a trumpet and he just plays the James Bond theme song. Got minstrels were bards.
Many use the two words minstrel and bard interchangeably, but to do so in Orlais would cause misunderstanding. Bards are minstrels and more. Spies, as you say. Some say there is a bard order, but I don't think this is true. Many bards work alone or in small groups, doing the bidding of a patron who pays for their services. If there is an organization behind it all, no one knows who they are.
Patron? Like my wonderful Patreons? I don't have that.
In Orlais, there is much rivalry amongst the highborn. They fight over land, influence, and the favor of the Empress. But they cannot do this openly because it is impolite, and in public, they wear smiling faces and pretend to be civil. In secret, they plot and scheme to destroy each other. It is a game completely meaningless to anyone but its players.
Except for the people who get hurt. I know that you're not innocent.
I have revealed too much, it seems, but it doesn't matter what I used to be. It is the past.
But why were you a sister?
I found myself in Ferelden and sheltered from bad weather in the Chantry. And when the storm passed, I just did not want to leave. I like to say the Maker brought me here.
Okay.
Something I can help with? I don't think you have the correct aptitude. I could give you some pointers, though. You may be able to pass them on to someone you know. Let's just go over there, away from the others. For safety, yes? I expect there shall be daggers flying about willy-nilly for a time.
But you use a bow.
Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind?
Why did you decide to come for Ferelden?
My mother was from Denerim, and I consider myself a Ferelden. Mother served an Orlesian noblewoman who lived here when Orlais ruled. When Orlais was defeated and the common folk began to resent the presence of any Orlesian, the lady returned to Orlais. She took my mother with her. I was born in Orlais and did not set foot in Ferelden till much later. Mother was always telling me stories of her homeland. I think she missed it.
Why'd she leave?
She had served Cecily, the Lady Cecily, for many years and was loyal to her. Cecily was a good person. She was always kind to me. Mother died when I was very young.
There's a whole pizza.
Lady Cecily let me stay with her. I had no one else. She was quite old then, and she had me study music and dance to entertain her. It is unfair that I have more memories of Cecily than my mother.
What was that at the end? Our audio file? What was she like?
She was an elderly lady, very refined and proper. She had impeccable manners and taste, more so than a lot of Orlesian ladies. Cecily was also kind. My mother was unmarried and with child. It was scandalous, and Cecily had every right to turn my mother out. She didn't. Strangely, the only thing I really remember of Mother was her scent. She kept dried flowers in her closet amongst her clothes. Small white Ferelden wildflowers with a sweet fragrance. Mother called them Andrastis Grace. They were very rare in Orlais. But enough about that. Let us move on.
Well, there's proof. God hates the French. Is it Notre Dame in French? In France? I know it burned down. I don't think anybody cared to repair it, despite it being such a nice building. There she is. Yeah, I've had this in my inventory forever. Please take it. Probably smells more like my butt than your mother, but...
Thank you. They're very pretty.
Smell them.
These were her favorite. I haven't seen these in such a long time. They smell just like Mother used to. Thank you. Thank you so much for remembering.
Yeah, I remembered. And for about 2 seconds.
Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind?
You miss anything about
I miss
Orlais?
Val Royeaux. Unlike other cities where the people are the lifeblood and the character, Val Royeaux was her own person, and her people little more than decorations. There was always music in Val Royeaux, streaming from the many windows, quiet refrains and triumphant choruses, and always, floating above that all, the chant, coming from the Grand Cathedral. It was magnificent.
Notre Dame? I've never been.
If you get the chance, you should see it, at least Val Royeaux. Of course, there are good things and bad things about Orlais, like anywhere else. Sometimes I miss it dearly, and sometimes I'm glad I'm rid of it. And you will laugh at this, but I miss the fine things I had in Orlais.
Ah, yes, we have nothing but brown here. Sure, I'd miss my fine things too.
I left behind much, leaving Orlais, but there is more to life than dresses and furs. It is sad that many have lost sight of this. Orlais is very fashionable, almost ridiculously so. But the shoes! Living with those ridiculous trends was worth it for the shoes.
I don't get it, guys. Why do people, like, snipe the $500 basketball shoes? Like, not only are they uncomfortable and only meant to be worn on a court, but, like, they're shoes. Like, you either wear them or you don't. And if you're not wearing them, then why do they exist? Nothing's worth that much money. And a lot of the designer ones look like fucking garbage also. Like someone just fucking vomited paint on them. But that made the value go up. I really don't get it. So special about shoes?
Well, they're shoes. They're pretty. Some of them anyway. When I left Orlais, the fashion was shoes with delicate tapered heels and embellishments in the front. A ribbon, perhaps, or embroidery. In soft colors, of course. It was spring.
Oh. That sounds lovely. They're shoes.
I had my eye on a pair my shoemaker was working on. It was covered in pale blue silk with amber beads on the toe. The shoes made in Orlais were exquisite. Not at all like these clunky fur-lined leather boots you have in Ferelden. Ugh, just look at them.
I know, right? Ugly and shapeless. They're like boots or something.
They're sturdy shoes.
They're like Uggs.
Sometimes a girl just wants to have pretty feet.
Oh, I could talk about shoes all day, but we have things to do, don't we?
Nah. Girls don't want pretty feet. They want Uggs. Shoes. I got some shoes. I bought the same shoe she was talking about. Yeah.
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
Anything to say about it? I think she can actually wear those. No? Alright, well. Well, fuck you!
Something on your mind?
No one ever told you how handsome you are, you handsome man.
Not unless they were asking me for a favor. Well, there was that one time in Denerim, but those women were not like you. Why?
You saying I'm not a whore?
Your way of telling me you think I'm handsome.
You know you're handsome.
Maybe. It doesn't hurt to have a pretty girl say that, though. Beats being run through with a sword any day. So, is this the part where I get to say the same?
Yes.
Oh, well, I'll think about it then. Sometime soon, I'm sure.
Oh, you tease.
At your service. Of course.
What does a Templar do?
Essentially, they're trained to fight. The Chantry would tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let them fool you. They're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells.
When others use these talents?
Perhaps, but there usually isn't much of an opportunity. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents, you see. Which means we become addicted. And since the Chantry controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves, well, I'm sure you can put 2 and 2 together.
Are you addicted?
Thankfully, no. You only start receiving lyrium once you've taken your vows. You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templars' talents more effective. Or so I was told. Maybe it doesn't even do that. The Chantry usually doesn't let their Templars get away either, so they can spread their secrets. I'm a bit of an exception. Lucky me. At your service. Of course.
Can you teach me?
Sure, I could. I could even teach you, I suppose. Anyone who's been trained as a warrior. I guess if I'm going to give up Chantry secrets, I may as well go all the way. Send whoever you want trained to me in camp, and I'll see what I can do.
Ah, so you're just gonna go all the way with everyone in camp now, huh? Well, as long as I'm included.
At your service. Of course.
Why are you a Templar if you hate the Chantry?
Have you seen the uniform? It's not only stylish, but well made. I'm a sucker for good tailoring.
Well, true that.
I keep it hidden under my pillow. Sometimes I'll take it out just so I can hug it fondly and remember the good old days. Brings a tear to the eyes, you know.
Still a lot of sentiment?
Oh, sure. They said that all the self-flagellation would be unpleasant, but you know what they say. One man's pain. You don't really
That's
want
dirty.
to know about my being a Templar, do you? It's really quite boring.
I do want to know. Make it more exciting.
You know, I like the way you think. But I guess if you're really curious, there's no harm in obliging. I have a couple of interesting-looking moles I can show you later, too, if you're interested. The truth of the matter is that I did hate going to the monastery. The initiates from poor families thought I put on airs, while the noble ones called me a bastard and ignored me. I felt like Al-Eamon had cast me off, unwanted, and I was determined to be bitter. But I took some solace in the training itself, I guess. I was actually quite good at it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not hard to do push-ups, man. Like, some people just aren't capable of doing it, but... Yeah. What do you enjoy?
The education, mostly, but also the discipline. You need to have a disciplined mind in order to use the abilities we have. It was difficult, but rewarding. I never really felt at home anywhere, though, until I joined the Grey Wardens. And Duncan felt my Templar abilities might be useful when we encountered Darkspawn magic, so I kept it up. What about you? Do you have anywhere you consider home?
Home is where the camp is.
We won't always be traveling like this, you know. Once the war is over, once the Blight is... well, a time will come when we'll have to think about having a real home again. Though that seems like a far ways off. And I suppose the Grey Wardens are gone for good. Either way.
That's not true. Can be rebuilt.
I suppose you're right. We can create new Grey Wardens, but we'll never get back those we lost. I wonder if it would ever feel the same. Anyhow, now I've sidetracked us. We'd better get back to what we're supposed to be doing right now.
Which is what?
At
What could possibly be more important than me?
Of course.
Why'd you keep your birthright secret?
You never asked?
Oh, well. Got him.
No, please don't think that. It's not that I didn't trust you. It's...
You don't trust me.
Please, let me try to explain. The thing is, I'm used to not telling anyone who didn't already know. It was always a secret. Even Duncan was the only Grey Warden who knew. And then after the battle, when I should have told you, I don't know, it seemed like it was too late by then. How do you just tell someone that?
I get it. And you did it the way you told me, man.
Yes, well, I suppose part of me kind of liked you not knowing.
You're a spy too, huh?
It's just that anyone who's ever found out has treated me differently afterwards. I was the bastard prince instead of just being Alistair. I know that must sound stupid to you, but I hate that it shaped my entire life. I never wanted it, and I certainly don't want to be king. The very idea of it terrifies me.
Well, now you're the bastard Alistair.
For all the good it does me, my blood seems certain to haunt me no matter what I do. I guess I should be thankful that Al-Eman is far more likely to inherit the throne. If he's alright. Oh, I hope he's alright. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for not telling you sooner. I guess I was just hoping that you would like me for who I am. It was a dumb thing to do.
Apology accepted.
I guess it's kind of a relief that you know now. Let's go.
One point.
At your service. Well, we're in camp. Now's as good a time as any to talk, right? Fair enough. At your service.
We're not ready for that conversation.
Of course.
What changes after the joining?
You mean other than becoming a Grey Warden?
Yeah.
You know, I asked Duncan this too, and all I got was, you'll see.
You'll see. Soon. EM.
Oh, it's not that Duncan wants to keep it a secret, it's just that the Grey Wardens don't discuss it much. I gather it's not a pleasant topic. The first change I noticed was an increase in appetite. I used to get up in the middle of the night and raid the castle larder. I thought I was starving. I'd slurp down every dinner like it was my last. My face all covered in gravy. When I'd look up, the other Grey Wardens would stare, then laugh themselves to tears.
I think you're just gross, man.
That's me, Alistair the pig. I can go through a trough in 5 seconds flat, just you watch. Oh, and then there were the nightmares. Duncan said it was part of how we sense the Darkspawn. We tap into their, well, I don't know what you'd call it, their group mind. And when we sleep, it's even worse. You learn to block it out after a while, but at first it's hard. It's supposed to be worse for those who join during a blight. How is it for you?
Horrible. I've seen a dragon.
Some people never have much trouble, but that's rare. Others have trouble sleeping their entire life. They're just more sensitive, I suppose. Everyone ends up the same, though. Once you reach a certain age, the real nightmares come. That's how a Grey Warden knows his time has come.
But I'm seeing an archdemon. Does that not count as a real nightmare? Or is it foreshadowing? Dun dun dun.
Oh, that's right. We never had time to tell you that part, did we? Well, in addition to all the other wonderful things about being a Grey Warden, you don't need to worry about dying from old age. You've got 30 years to live, give or take. The taint, it's a death sentence. Ultimately, your body won't be able to take it. When the time comes, most Grey Wardens go to Orzammar and die in battle rather than waiting. It's tradition.
Oh, assuming that you're at least like 12 or 13 when you join, an additional 30 years isn't so bad. You'll be in your 40s. I don't know, your kid will probably be a teenager, which makes him a man at this point, so, like, you got to see him grow up, more or less. If he even had one. Why Orzammar?
You'll always find Darkspawn down where the dwarves are. The oldest Grey Wardens head to the deep roads for one last glorious battle. Not that there's a shortage of Darkspawn during a blight, but that's the tradition. The dwarves respect us for it. And you wondered why we kept the joining a secret from the new recruits. And there you have it.
Never wondered, but I get it.
You know, Duncan, he started having the nightmares again. He told me that in private. He said it wouldn't be long before he'd go to Orzammar himself. I guess he got what he wanted. I just wish it had been something worthy of him.
He killed a troll and got killed by another one, like, it's fine. Or no, he just had a guy lob his head off, but whatever, he died heroically.
I know. Ending the blight should make this all worthwhile, right? At your service.
One more conversation, and then I can finally pee.
Of course.
Damn it. Whatever.
Never what? Had a good pair of shoes?
Are you a virgin?
Oh, so that's what we're talking about. I admit I've never had a woman just come out and ask me like this, that's for sure. I, myself, never had the pleasure. Not that I haven't thought about it, of course. But, you know.
What do you mean, you know? You lack the parts. That's cute.
Cute? Well, hearing that from a beautiful woman does make me feel much luckier. I'll say that.
Yeah, it's only cute until you actually get to the part where you do it, and then it's embarrassing. You're looking dear.
Of course you are, and you know it. You're ravishing, resourceful, and all those other things you probably hurt me for not saying.
You know it. I never hurt you. So glad you remembered.
Let us be off then, lest your risque talk make my ears blush.
Hell yeah, he's saying the nice things to me. Makes my heart go all aflutter. Well. We still have this stuff to do with the Urn of Sacred Ashes and the forest. And return to Ostagar. So I think we'll do Ostagar next time, and then probably like some companion quest, like the Ogren thing at Lake Calenad, and Sten's sword. And we tried to look for Goldana, but like nothing was happening or there, so it might not trigger until later in the game. But I don't know. The Brazilian Forest is one of the harder dungeons, in my opinion. As is this one, but going here will let me unlock some more specializations, which will be probably good considering what we just went through. And again, I get one from here too. We'll go to the Brazilian Forest after return to Ostagar. I don't know how much of it will get done next time, but whatever, that's our plan. I'll try to remember. As I said earlier, my sister is coming back in just a couple of days, so yeah. Internet usage will be up and such, and I should spend time with her while she's around, so I'll probably be gone for a week. A little over that. She'll be gone by the next weekend, so whatever. 2 weeks, whatever. We're not in the middle of anything this time, at least. Hopefully I get my car back, or get money for it, at least. And, I will see you guys whenever. Bye.